This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. 50 Cent, Campbell's responds and tells 50 Cent to set the record straight. We use real quality ingredients, real chicken, because 50 Cent had thrown away some chicken soup, saying that the head of, well, some guy was like a whistleblower from Campbell Soup and said that chicken wasn't real in their soups. So he says, and they say, we put a lot of care into every batch. Come see for yourself. We'd love to show you how we make our food. Do you think 50 Cent's really going to go to the Campbell Soup factory? I mean, you know, if I were him, I would use it as a tool to get some money. Wouldn't you? I would definitely go and be like, hey, yeah, I could definitely be a spokesperson here, but it's going to cost you. 50 Cent, what did he say in response to that? And, oh, yeah, here it is. He says, Campbell Soup said, come and go with me. Come over to my place. I'm going to have to check this out. Oh, so he might go. And then, of course, Papoose drops this record and kind of like hints at a little diss at 50 Cent. He's as he should. He's, you know, taking advantage of this back and forth with 50 Cent and trying to sell some music with it. But 50 Cent says this is pretty much garbage. He says, I can't get jiggy with this. Y'all are trash. Make one song that can sell and I'll come play. Y'all still trying to sell music, right? And 50 says, okay, I have one hit. That's Papoose with, his one hit is with Busta Rhymes. And it's not even, I wouldn't even claim that a hit. But, listen, Papoose isn't garbage. Okay, so Papoose can rap. But his music, he doesn't make songs that you want to, like, listen to over and over again. He has a handful. Out of dropping music for 20 years, he only has like Law Library and a few others, to me. You might think differently. You might be a big fan of Papoose, and that's cool. But Papoose, his music is like, it's kind of like Mano in a sense. Even though Mano is way less of an artist than Papoose is, it's just, nah. But you know what? He's doing the right thing. So Camron got wind of Jim Jones saying that Camron was scared to go outside and Dame Dash didn't have any effect on Dipset, and Dame Dash was a lame in Harlem and was the corner store boy until he got Rockefeller going. Camron said, how you worried about me when your heat and rent due? Jim Jones says, a block know you soft. He means the block know you soft. Camron says, yeah, but my heat is on. I'm warm. You 50 years old, tough and cold. But dead ass though, Capo. Your heat off for real? 50 Cent chimes in. He says, your heat off and rent due. Damn, I hope y'all can chip in and get the heat back on. Freaky Zeke laughs. Freaky Zeke takes more of Camron. Camron still looks out for Freaky Zeke. Jim Jones doesn't really. Then Jim Jones says, you soft. That's towards Freaky Zeke. Then some woman chimes in. She says, I don't like how Jim constantly go out of his way to mention and disrespect Killa. He'd been doing that for years. Cam always take the high road and try to downplay it. Jim just keep going. And when Cam fire back, he's the bad guy. And Camron says, see? Right? And Jim Jones says, do your shoe, punk. What does this mean? And Camron says, what's wrong, Capo? You heat off too? I know. I hate it for you. You're 50 years old with no heat. What's your Zell, bro? I got you. Listen. Jim Jones does the same tricks every year. 50 Cent responds and says, damn, Jim's mad with all the pressure. I hope he's all right. Cam's laughing at him. Maybe they can start a fire and I'll stand around it. Camron laughs. Okay, so. Oh, wait, there's more. Wait, let me see. says, you want to play? Pull up. Let the people see how soft you are, chump. Camron says, Jomo, you 50 and still want to pull up? I got the video of you breaking in your own studio trying to trigger the heat system. You're chasing your landlord around in his car because he won his rent. You're 50, bro. Go pull up. Get the heat bill on. Is this true? Is Jim Jones can't pay the rent, so they turn the heat off? Bro. And then people go, yo, guys, can't we just all get along? Yo, the culprit is Jim Jones. Jim Jones is desperate for a beef. Desperate for a beef. Because this is all he knows now. He stirs it up a little bit, gets a few little things to keep him going, and he still lives lavish when he should downplay his lifestyle. Here, did he put anything up? Sometimes I don't need a caption. Oh, that's not a new one. I took this 285 ride to look like you went. What is this? In case you didn't know, I took this 285 for a ride. Like you weigh 170 right now, soaking. Dunk like a girl in a pool. That's more him weightlifting. All right. And, of course, he puts up some stuff to sell from diplomats on his page. But, it's like Jim Jones is pathetic, bro. I'll be honest with you. It's pathetic, man. Let's see if Camron did anything else in the meantime. And, they're going to talk about this on their next podcast. And, it's just going to keep it going, Mr. Camron says, heard it was 7 degrees in the Bronx last night. Is that where his studio is? Lavish P Live says, it's cold out here. That's why they be in them snow snoots while they're recording. When they're recording Jim Jones' podcast. Yo, man. I respect Camron for responding because that's really him helping Jim Jones out. Because if he didn't respond, it would be nothing burger, But, at least this way, Jim Jones gets a little bit... This is his way of, helping Jim out by responding and giving him a little bit of play on the blogs. But, I don't know, man. Anyways, this is a block know you soft. Who else wrote here? Camron says, yeah, but my heat's on. Anything else? Nah. He should put out the video of Jim Jones trying to trick the heat to go back on. That is funny. Next, the lights will go off. And then you got the same thing that... See, this is why you got to keep it cool. See, Jim Jones went too big. He got this big facility that he can't afford. And hoping it will turn into something where people will pay to record and stuff. People don't... come on, bro. He should have just kept it simple. Got a space to record first. He wanted to get into podcasting so bad because his music was going triple plastic. Anyways, I'll keep you guys up to date on this. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. I'll check you guys in the next one.